Last time I talked about Japanese word orders and some of the case particles, ga and o. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the case particles ga and o here today. This is just a quick review of the things I went through in my last video. Review point number 1. Word orders in Japanese are very flexible. Okay, look at this sentence. This is how words are typically arranged in Japanese. 하루만 가筋トレしてた. 하루만 weight training was doing. Okay. However, okay, you can do this. This is pretty common, and it's correct, of course. And how about this? This is also common, pretty common. You probably hear this often too, and it's correct. It makes sense. Nothing wrong with this. This is a little bit weird, but still it makes sense. Yeah, this is also pretty weird, but still it makes sense. And you can say this, no problem. And this is pretty common as well. Okay, you can say this and it's okay, it doesn't sound weird either. A good thing about this is, look at this, this is just exactly how you would arrange the words in English. So good for you, lucky for you, and you can do this too. Right, review point number 2. Okay, say ga right after a subject word or phrase, and try to do it even when you speak English, so you can practice using ga. What I mean by that is, okay, normally you would say Haruman was doing weight training, but in order to learn how to use ga properly, start saying ga right after the subject word, which is Haruman in this case. So say Haruman ga was doing weight training. Okay, and review point number 3. Say o right after an object word or phrase, and even do it in English to practice using o. Okay, what I mean by that again is, instead of saying Hanuman was doing weight training, period. Okay, try to say o right after an object word. In this case, and the object word is, a phrase is weight training. So, okay, say Hanuman was, try to say Hanuman was doing weight training o. Hanuman was doing weight training o. Hanuman was doing weight training o. Okay, this should be intuitive. Saying o right after an object word or phrase should be intuitive. So when you say weight training right here, you have to kind of feel intuitively that you need to say o. It needs to be intuitive. So practice doing this until this becomes your second nature. Review point number 4. Get used to the natural Japanese orders and practice it in English first. Okay, but even when you practice in English, try to say ga and o with it. For instance, in this example sentence, try to say Haruman ga weight training o was doing. Haruman ga weight training o was doing. Haruman ga weight training o was doing. Okay, this is a more typical Japanese word order, so just try to get used to the Japanese word orders that are more typical right here. Don't worry about saying everything in Japanese yet. It'll come later. Let me give you some example sentences for you to practice. Okay, I've given you 2 sentences here. Top one, the words are arranged according to the English word orders, and bottom sentence, the words are arranged according to the Japanese word order, more typical Japanese word orders, probably the most typical orders. So, obviously, the bottom one is the one that you want to get sent feel for eventually, but it's probably easier for you to get a feel for O and Ga with a top sentence. So start with the top sentence and try to practice saying O right after a puppy and Ga right after a cat. And when you get the feeling for that, saying the bottom one probably makes feels more pretty natural to you too. So start with the top one and move to the bottom one. And why not learning Japanese words at the same time? That's why I gave you Japanese words as well. Okay, cat is neko. What's bullying is ijimeteta. A puppy is koinu. Neko ga ijimeteta koinu o. Neko ga koinu o ijimeteta. Okay. Let me give you more example sentences here. An otaku ga was hugging a doll o. An otaku ga was hugging a doll o. Okay. And the bottom one is an otaku ga a doll o was hugging. An otaku ga a doll o was hugging. This is the last set of examples here. A wimp ga beat up the bullies o. A wimp ga beat up the bullies o. Okay, and the bottom one is a wimp ga the bullies o beat up. A wimp ga the bullies o beat up. Wimp is a hinachoko and beat up is yatsuketa. Bullies is huryo. So a wimp ga beat up the bullies o. If you said it all in Japanese, it's hinachoko ga yatsuketa huryo. And bottom one is going to be hinachoko ga huryo o yatsuketa. Hinachoko ga huryo o yatsuketa. Alright. Okay. That's all for now. Okay. Remember to practice over and over and over again until you get the feel for ga and o. Okay? This is Haruman. Until next time.